What's going on? Where are you calling from? Call you Vina. Where are you calling from? Welcome on in to the 411 podcast. So tonight it's freestyle sessions, and it's going to be an interesting one. So I think it's going to be an important one. Anybody out there, if you get a hold of this, if you could just go ahead and share it. If you're out there listening live, you want to go ahead and share it, that would be greatly appreciated. I think that the message that's going to come tonight um, is important. It's going to be important to so many people when they actually get around to checking this thing out here. So it's crazy. It's life. It's what we actually live on a day-to-day basis, whether we want to believe it or not. But the song of the day is No More Drama, of course, by MJB, Mary J. Blige, Queen of Hip Hop Soul, released in 2001. This album is very important, and the song is very important and still relevant to this day. I mean, when you think about the stuff that we have been going through, over the past couple years, this is enough for No More Drama. And to be like, oh yeah, No More Drama's being played. It's like one of those songs where you're not just gonna be rocking No More Drama. I mean, the studying of the music, the beat, the Young and the Restless theme, all of that stuff that happened back in 2001. That's when it was okay to play that song like that. Most people that are playing No More Drama, they actually are trying to escape from something. They, at least from my perspective, I don't know. You running around here singing No More Drama and you're in a happy mood, and nothing's really going wrong with you, then I guess there ain't nothing wrong with that either. But maybe I'm just speaking from my own personal life experiences. But when No More Drama gets played, that's when you're probably like just had enough. So I'm kind of glad that Mary J. Blige brought that back during the Super Bowl. But hey, what are you sick and tired of in your life? What drama, what hell, what are you trying to break through? What are you trying to get out of? Song of the day, No More Drama, Mary J. Blige, released in 2001. What's going on, Miss Bethany? How are you doing tonight? Welcome on in. I want to give a very special shout out to my brother, Mr. Nate Perry, for coming on last night. And conversation sort of started a little bit yesterday, had me thinking. And I don't know. Today I just felt like it's one of those days where you pretty much just had enough. Like there's so much negative energy around. So, Bethany, I got something to tell you too as well. So much negative energy around. You can't escape when you turn on the news. You can't escape when you just hear people talking and still the whole thing about mask, no mask, all that BS. All of that crap. But anyway, so that's where some of this message is coming from tonight. Shout out to Nate Perry, my photographer from Brooklyn, New York. Dope person. He writes deep, and I guess his deep writing and his thoughts and running it yesterday got me to start thinking some more today. I was in real deep thought today. Also want to give a very special shout out to Kay Cole from Karma's Paradise. I want to say thank you so much for, supporting me on my project volume 1.5. Thank you for, seeing my vision and understanding what I was looking for. Mr. Alex Coquito last night was episode 2 of Midnight Vibes. So every Saturday night at 11 p.m., I will be on his YouTube channel, which is Alex Coquito. That's Coquito. Every Saturday at 11 p.m. on for Midnight Vibes. I'm the co-host of that show with him, and I'm greatly appreciative to be on that project as well. Uh, Bethany, what's up? Thank you so much for rocking with me on Instagram, Facebook. You posted something today that was it was funny, but it was like reality at the same time. And for people who've been there, once you get out, you can laugh about it, but sometimes people are still going through some things. So me and Nate Perry were talking about that last night, and that's why I was also on some deep thought as well, because I had to reflect. That was me back in the day, not anymore, but yeah, it triggers some thought processes too. So I want to give a very special shout out to Angela as well, Miss Lachelle Williams from the ATL. Thank you for constantly, rocking with me as well. We've been friends for a minute, and can't wait to check you out as well. She also has a book called Perfidious Agenda. Go ahead and check her out. She was on Reading Between the Wines maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we had some real deep conversation as well. Meticulous Styles, Danny from My Survivor Voice Podcast. Thank you for supporting as well. I mean, you continue to come through time after time after time as well, and I appreciate that. What's going on, Miss Desiree Covington? Thank you for coming in. Y'all have to check her out. Conversations with Desi. I was on as well. Actually, she was probably one of the first or second shows that I participated in this year. So thank you as well for your love and support. King Diva Lash Bar, thank you for coming through. For Shayla Jules, sweetheart too, thank you so much for your love and support. Y'all go ahead and check out that that custom jewelry from Shayla Jules. She definitely can hook you up on that. And Miss Sharon, not quite sure where you came from, but thank you for the new love and support on Facebook as well. I appreciate you. Mr. Hazard, I appreciate you. Um, so we're gonna get into it. So drama, right? We talked about it. Song of the day was No More Drama. But can we really escape this? We say no more drama. It's easier said than done, but like I know, it's always waiting for you somewhere or the other. Whether it come through a family member, where it's on your job, whether it's something that you look at, you listen. How many times do we not even understand that drama in some cases can be food too? So we say no more drama, but here we go. So drama for the 4-in-1 podcasters listening out there. An exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or set of circumstances. Drama, an exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or set of circumstances. You didn't ask for it. It was unexpected and it just showed up. And then out of that, your emotions run high. You get very excited about certain things. So when you're through the storm, you're going through some drama. Does it ever really end right? When you're in the storm, when you're in the thick of it, put it that way. Now we got two Mary J. Blige songs. We got No More Drama, and then we got the thick of it. So, and well, I'll take that back because, after the storm, after it's all done, it's a little pretty on the other side. But when you're in the thick of it and you're in the middle of that drama, you get real excited. Some people make some mistakes. Some people make the best decisions of their lives. But how many times are you tired of getting excited over things? Getting emotional over things? Some unexpected shit. Like, I didn't ask you to come here and call me with that. I didn't ask you to bring that over here. And I didn't ask you to tell me about this person and that person and the next. And I didn't ask for you to want to cheat and sleep with this one and do all of that. And I didn't ask for any of that. But unfortunately, these are an unscheduled and ridiculous and sometimes outrageous set of events that or circumstances that we go through. Drama. Hmm. How many times have you been through some where you say no more, I'm done with it, I'm done, I'm not going to go over there and talk to her anymore because She's always saying this and saying that. I'm not going to go ahead and take him back. He done cheated like 3 or 4 times. I'm not going to listen to her anymore. I'm not even going to let her get anywhere close to me because she's trying to go ahead and steal my man. I know. I see those eyes going back and forth. I understand. Hmm. How many times have you said that? But then it just keeps coming up in a different form, different way, different fashion, different avenue, drama. Anyway, so the best way to get through it, of course, is by saying no more drama. No, I'm not going to put up with this. I don't want this. When I see it coming, I'm going to know how to react because I'm tired of it. I've had it so many times in my life. I think you have to go through a bunch of unexpected series of events. I think you got to get through, real excitement times and just crazy times in your life for you to finally be like, I've seen this shit before. I've seen it before, and I'm not letting this happen no more. Anybody out there been through some shit where you're like, absolutely no more? I've been through it once, twice. Third time you fooled me. I got myself picked back up, and then here we go again. This is absolutely not going to happen anymore. How many people say that they ain't going to spend their last dollar, anymore? I'm not. I'm going to do better with money. I'm going to make sure I'm okay with money this time around because every single time I turn around and I spend my money, I end up getting into some fucking dramatic situations. And I'm doing it to myself because nobody told me to do it. I went and did it myself. I had to have those sneakers. I had to have this. I had to have that. Listen, talked about food before, right? How many of us experience internal drama because we don't like the way we look? Weight up and down. You trying this situation, you trying that situation. You taking this pill, you on this crash program. You sign up for the gym and then don't even go. Now you got all this internal drama going on, worrying about what people think about you from the outside, looking in. Mm, craziness. What are you saying no more drama to? What are you saying no more drama to these days? Because I have to say it often. How about this? Chasing people. Oh, I made a vow. Oh, I did to myself. You know what? Fuck that. I could care less about what you think, but I will tell you one thing. Yeah, you think that I'm gonna be chasing you today like I was before? That can be real tricky. Let's talk. Let's spend a little bit about this chasing stuff, because I've been doing it all my life, chasing people, all my life. You don't have something, you ain't have it for a while. All of a sudden, you get it, and you lose your fucking mind. Then that results into chasing people. I can raise my hand and say, yeah, I used to be the one to chase. Then all of a sudden, once I chase you, I get you, right? I do. But then I don't like what I got. And now we got a situation. So I learned not to chase people anymore. You ain't gonna make me feel a certain way. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Listen, I don't have to chase because whoever wants to be with me, they're just gonna keep on showing up. And by you keep on showing up and showing that you love me, I'm gonna love you too. And you're gonna get the ultimate experience. So all those people that just thought that Laren was gonna continue to chase you, I made a vow come January 1st here. We wasn't doing that no more. And it took a couple weeks for me to realize and see the mistakes that I was making. Because all of you that thought that you were getting chased and oh, this, that, the next, the other, who's chasing who now? And I don't even want nothing to do with you because something else has shown up. So, game over. Time is up. No more chasing. I refuse. Mm. Come January 1st, there's a whole bunch of other things that happen too. January has been a revealing month, and I didn't realize. Hmm. What about negative people? Are you seeing no more drama to negative people? People who steal your energy? You pick up the phone, and by the time you get off the phone with them, you the one that got a fucking problem, and you need to be speaking to somebody. Like I just let you ingest and download all of that bullshit on me. And now I'm somewhere fucking depressed. People who think negative, people who can't see past their mistakes, people who can't even see past your mistakes and say, okay, I forgive you. Hmm. Wow. No more drama, still relevant. Else we saying no more drama to these fucking prices in this world, and everything's fucking going up and continuously going up and up and up and up, causing more fucking drama. People don't have money, they can't fucking live properly. And then the ones that don't want to get out and work and do what they're supposed to do, they want to go ahead and attack and take away something that somebody else worked hard for. These are some things that I just go through in my mind, but I gotta remember, evildoers never prosper. So, I know it's gonna work out okay, but I just don't know what time. And that's sometimes that, we can get a little impatient, but we gotta go through this storm because remember, after the drama is over, we gonna sit here and say another MJB song. But after the drama is over, if you've done your work and you've done what you're supposed to do, you're gonna be just fine. Hmm. These are some rough months. These are some rough months, these winter months, and then now we got to deal with the shit that we got to deal with in this fucking world. People still getting harassed. People still having an issue. I don't care where the fuck you at. It could be U.S. It could be overseas somewhere, and you're still being judged by the color of your skin. You're still getting treated interesting in other countries. Ridiculous. Bethany says, "Me and my weight." You know what? I feel you. I understand. I know exactly where you're coming from. Desi says, I have been there and I had to let friendships go. I can't do the draining energy. Yeah, one of the biggest things that I wish that I have known. I mean, I saw it, but I didn't download it and I didn't figure it out the way that I should have. When people say, when they walk out of your life, let them. You know how much fucking drama and nonsense that we put on ourselves because when people want to go, we don't want them to go. And we're blocking the blessings and the things that can come if we just go ahead and level up and say, okay, cool, see ya. I talked about chasing people. You chase people, there's a problem. And it comes from being so dependent, being so dependent on people. And when we talk about dependency, being dependent, you are requiring someone, or you're requiring something from someone, whether it's financially, whether it's emotionally, or whether it's some other form of support, which in my case, on a 4-1 podcast, we're going to keep it real. It's sexual support. You need that person for something. And if they're not feeling you, they're not cooperating the way that you might want them to cooperate. Because remember, you can't beat people into submission. Everybody's going to be their own person. So because they don't show up and they don't respond the way you want them to, there comes the chase, there comes the fight, and you are somewhere in the midst of some drama, losing your mind because you are requiring, it's a requirement. You need this to function because you're unhealthy. And I know it sucks to say that some people are unhealthy, but when you feel that you can't break out of a situation from somebody and you need them, we gonna go ahead with another Mary J. Blige song. I Never Want to Live Without You. One of the dopest records off of the My Life album, but you want to talk about some dysfunctional, where you feel that you can't get the fuck up because you just can't live without this person, and we fall into these traps. No reason that you should be dependent on somebody. You need to be your own person and stand up. I don't care if you're in a marriage. I don't care if you're in a regular relationship. I don't care what you got going on. You still need to stand on your own 2 feet and have your own. And the reason why, this is how we become depressed and we get all fucked up because we put too much energy into other people and put them first. And then when they turn around and do the 180 on us and give us their ass to kiss, now we somewhere looking stupid. It's okay, I'm gonna put you in front. It's all right. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do all of the talking. I'm gonna let you make all of the decisions. I'm gonna make you go ahead and pay, for everything. I'm gonna make you, yeah, you get yourself in a situation, and then now you got a problem because you're giving that person too much power over your life. Power, and you relinquish it all. And now all of a sudden you're dependent on these people and you can't move. You feel like you can't breathe. I remember in 2019, 2020, I was on the phone with my friend and I said, I don't think I can move on because I need this situation. And she told me, and I was on the floor crying, couldn't figure it out, just fucked up. She said, you gonna get up. What do you mean you need somebody? I forgot who I was. I forgot who Laren was. I forgot the power and the energy that I had going into a situation, and I was completely drained that by the time I was exiting, I was on the ground and needed to be picked up. But I picked myself up. Don't be dependent on people. Most of the time, when you're dependent on people, it's because you've given too much out. You were never whole to begin with. So when you get into another situation, therefore you're attaching and latching on to somebody to help make you full again because you never took the time to get whole again on your own. Yes, this is life. Drama is going to present itself. We're going to get into some situations. But when you get out, take some time for self. One thing that I have never, ever, ever experienced until this pandemic because I had no choice, because we were locked down, we were shut down. And I could be thankful for that. Because if we weren't locked down and shut down, I would have got myself into a whole nother situation. But I was in real deep thought today. Hold on a minute. I was in real deep thought thinking about this whole pandemic, thinking about the shutdown. I took it back a little bit. Sometimes you got to go back. I know I talk about how we shouldn't stay back there, but sometimes you do have to go back and play those old records so that you can push forward and get catapult forward. Like, I need to go back and remember where the fuck I came from. Be thankful in a moment. Thank you, God, that I'm right here. Thank you for all of these things. I had to go down and I had to list them. I remember when I asked for this. I remember when I was broke here. I remember when I had this situation here. I remember when I wanted this. And I'm looking at it and I'm living it every single day and I'm thankful for it and I get it and I understand. I know what my purpose is and why I'm here doing what I'm doing. I don't care whether it's 1, 2, 3, 10, 30 people watch the replay, whatever. I know what I'm supposed to be doing and I'm here. But I went back and I'm like, damn, this situation, all right. But I came up out of it. This situation was here. We thought it was the worst, but we came up out of it. This situation, I just went through and I replayed these records and stuff to get here. And now we're here talking about this drama, talking about these things because they come back. Did I ask to go back and play those broken records a little bit? No, but the shit comes. But you got to know how to get out of it. You got to know how to stick. You got to know how to move. No more drama. Don't be dependent on people. Don't get yourself into situations. Get whole. Get 100% before you get into the next situation. And after you start to get a little bit of clarity, just speaking about it, you ask yourself, damn, should I be here? Should I be in this situation right here? How did I get here? I want to leave. I want to break free from this drama. I don't want any more of it. I can't take this. I want better in my life. But you get scared because you've been tussling. You've been fighting with this drama. You've been doing it so much. You've been doing it so long that it becomes normal. Bethany posted something today. Y'all go ahead and check her out on Instagram, cookiesandpie_1. She posted something that was very disturbing, but this also had me thinking a little bit. She had a picture of Freddy Krueger and Jason laying in a bed, and it said something along the lines of when you know that you are with crazy, crazy with crazy. You ever get into a situation and you go back and forth with people so much that at the end of the day you don't even realize what the fuck you got in a situation for? That's crazy, messing with crazy. You know damn well that you went through a whole. If people knew the shit that you went through, you'd be so fucking embarrassed. You would be so. Listen, there'd be a whole story to tell. Nobody knows what goes on inside of people's homes behind closed doors, but you know you were crazy when you were crazy. Hell, you know if you crazy yourself, what you can. But here's the thing, and TD Jake said something about this, which was so profound. He said that he knows what is going to trigger his crazy. So because he knows what triggers his crazy, he won't interact with that. So I know that you're a hoe. I'm just talking. I know you're a hoe. You look cute, everything's good, but I know that I can't date anybody who's a hoe because it's gonna make me a little crazy. So you know what? I'm gonna have to pass on you. You stay right over there. You over there, you attached to too many people, places, and things, and I know how I feel about that. You ain't gonna drain my energy because you can't even sit down and rest and get yourself together and focus on one thing. So I'm not even gonna fuck with you because you're gonna have me out there chasing chickens and every damn thing else too. I can't do that. You over here, you know damn well that your family don't like me because of the color of my skin. Okay? So how we really ever gonna really have something? That's gonna be a little crazy, that's gonna be a little dysfunctional every time we go and gather up for the holidays and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and leave you alone too, because that's gonna trigger something in me. Oh, and what about you over there with the smart mouth who likes to talk back and cause issues and always a conflict and always have to be right? I might have the little, I may not have been healthy at the time, and I might have a spirit of wanting to be, on a great debate program. So because you're a debater and you like confrontation, and I know I got that in me, I can't fuck with you because we're gonna have a situation. So basically, along those lines, you start to do a little bit better when you start to say, all right, I know better than this. I know what pisses me off on the inside. I know what makes me go a little crazy on the inside. So I'm not fucking with you no more. Because if I do, it's just going to bring nothing but drama. Can't do it. So I asked the question the other night, what advice do y'all have for people out there who are stuck? They know they were crazy. They know they done matched up and they done pushed some puzzle pieces together that don't fit and they done broke the corners and they all jacked up. Don't mean that you can't fix it, but you stuck now. You don't understand. Even though that puzzle piece fits in there now because you smashed that bitch in and you made it work, it's still not 100%. It's still not a perfect match. So there's still going to be some level of being uncomfortable when you're around somebody. One thing that I vowed to myself is this time around, this one right here, what I will not do is smash some puzzle pieces together just because the sex was good and you have my mind. Here we go. We got another Mary J. Blige song, Enough Crying. I'm not going to stay with you because it just smashed those pieces together. And it's okay. Some parts of it are good. But then after a while, when I'm sitting around looking at you, I can't stand you and you can't stand me. And the only time that we like each other is when we're in the bedroom. That's a problem. How many people in that situation? We talked about being dependent of people. You can't leave him or her because they paying half of your bills. Now you living a lie. You faking a funk. You getting up every single day, kissing on this person, laying next to this person, but deep down inside you got two and three other people that you're dealing with on the side. But what I said this time right here, I'm not doing that no more. You're gonna have to actually love me for me. For real. I can't buy you anything. I can't do anything for you. You're gonna have to stand on your own 2 feet and do it for yourself. We got another Mary record. I don't know what the fuck is going on tonight, but I'm in my zone with this. Because when you don't, you end up in some situations. And then, Mary got this new joint called Rent Money. After you don't get all pissed off and you sitting there Now you got rent money due because you don't let this person drain you to hell down and take everything from you. I can't. Let me break to some of these comments here. So Desi says, I try not to interact too. Ooh wee. When it keeps tapping me on my shoulder, it's hard to ignore. Yes. A person who keeps bothering me and throwing shade. I was running my mouth, so these comments are coming in. CS Essentials, what is going on? We're basically talking about drama when we basically don't want any more drama. We've had enough. Trying to give some people hope, trying to give some people a little help, some words of encouragement that you can do it. I heard something today and I know it sounds very scary, but at the end of the day, if you have determination, you have will, you're not a slouch, you're not a loser, you get up every single day and try to do things the best way that you possibly can, you're going to be okay. Trust and believe you will. And someone said today, if you don't like your job, quit. And most people are like, but I need money. I need to live. You'll find something to do that's better. You will. I don't know if that's the best decision for people to quit. I mean, for me personally, to think that I would do it, yeah, probably not. When I'm listening to this person telling me, I'm like, yeah, that shit sounds nice, but when them fucking bills come in, it's gonna be a problem. But one thing that I would say is, if you don't like it, do something about it. Go look for another job. Ask God to open some doors. Look around you. Look and see the resources that you have right there. It's like I said, life is a game, right? Half of the time, half of the shit that we need and the connections and the people that we need to get to the next level, they're around us. But we just be so either ignorant or scared or put in fear to go ahead and ask that question, have that conversation, you know, have that dinner date if you need to. So many different things. When I started the 411 podcast, and I know we going on so many different tangents, and it's cool though, but when I started the 411 podcast, God gave me every single thing that I needed to start the 411 podcast, and it was all inside my home. I never had to say, oh, I want to be a podcaster. Let me get up and run to the store and purchase all of these things and try to go ahead and make it work. I don't know what the hell came over me. I just was sitting there in my Bible, going through it. And then I started speaking, and here we go, getting into the music. And all of a sudden, the 411 podcast was created at my table without any microphones, nothing set up, none of this. I rehearsed the 411 podcast, me, myself, and I. That's how I started it off. Then I was like, that's cool. I could do this. I could really do it one day. But how am I going to do it? All of the tools that I needed, I would find stupid things around the house. And I know I shouldn't say it's stupid, but simple things around the house. Like, oh, this old laptop that I just had sitting in the corner that I never had collecting dust. It's just sitting there. And me, I'm a person who don't like clutter, don't like shit all over the place. I'll be the first one to either donate something, throw it away, give it to somebody. So as I'm going through, cleaning my life up, getting some of the clutter away, I would look at something and be like, I might need this. And I put it off on the side. Something else would come up and I'd be like, these headsets, I might need this. Should I get rid of it? Should I put it in the pile for donation? Should I throw it out? And all of a sudden, I started collecting all these things. Then I had to get away from the situation. See, when you're in the thick of it, sometimes you can't think straight. This was another thing. I had to get away from it. I had to go back to my childhood. I had to physically remove myself, my belongings, my things, and take everything and go back to a place where I was in a childhood state and work my way through everything. Then, as I was in deep thought, deep prayer, getting up every single day, asking God, what is it? What is it? What is it? Something. I need to be doing something. I know I wrote the book. I did this. I did that. Yeah. I know that there's more. I don't really want to feel like going back to this fucking job. I don't feel like going back to here because I'm just tired of it. No more drama. I'm done. This one almost made me lose my mind. I got the message. when the devil tried to, come through and attack through my children, just all kinds of crazy things I'm going through. Then it started to reveal one little piece here, one little piece there, and I'm like, oh, yes, I got this thing here. I remember I had that, and then I'd be like, oh my goodness, I see that this is here. Got this, and I had everything set up, and then I would just be sitting somewhere like, mm, mm, mm. This is how I know that this thing is bigger than me because I did not do this. All of these little pieces, all of these little puzzles, all of these little things were given to me, and they were just there. Didn't have to buy, didn't have to purchase anything. So, long story short, what I have to say is, even though that I was scared, even though that I was on the ground, couldn't get up, singing a song, I never want to live without you, all of those things, I didn't think that I could make it through. I didn't want to, take that leap and take that step and go to the unknown and quit this situation and stop that. So, anybody, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, an unhealthy situation at work, an unhealthy friendship, I don't care what the circumstance may be. If it's full of drama and it's not elevating you and uplifting you and getting you to the next level, trust and believe you can do it. I didn't believe I could. And when we think about leaving and we think about moving and we think about changing and we think about elevating and we think about getting to the next level, remember, what goes up must come down. Sometimes we have to burn it all the way down to the ground to start over fresh. Like, think about you building a new house all the way from the bottom all the way up. What would you rather have? Something that's been burnt down and then built all the way to fuck back up brand new? Or you want to go ahead and pick up a house that's half burned and then piece back together so you still got some old shit and then you got some new? Might still all be looking good and cute on the outside, but what's the structural situation going on the inside? What's happening underneath? So, in my case, I had to burn the shit all the way down to the foundation. You need to leave. This needs to be sold. This needs to be liquidated. Whatever the case may be here, I don't care. Take it all back. Repossess the fucking cars. I don't care. I don't want any of this situation. Take it all. Burn that bitch all the way the fuck down because when I get the fuck out, I need to breathe properly. Excuse my language. I'm just too much tonight, but it's real. When you say no more drama and you don't want any more, that's what the fuck it means for real. Go away. And after you get the fuck out, I know I'm too much with the F word tonight, but after you get out, man, you'll be able to spot it a mile a minute. I was talking to my friend and she's like, trust and believe you don't have to worry anymore. I know it's easy to act like, oh, I ain't got to worry, it's cool. Go through enough stuff. Go through enough stuff in your life. Lose time after time after time. Just like Fantasia says, sometimes you gotta lose to win again. Mary says the same thing in Rent Money. This has been going on. You can go back countless songs, countless artists. They all talk about the same stuff because this is reality, this is life. Half the time people just ain't listening. That's why we able to continue to still make music like that and continue to sing these sad songs time and time again because there's always going to be somebody who needs this. She would tell me, you do not have to worry because you're going to know how to pick them now going forward. And it's so true. It is so true. Go through enough, lose enough stuff if you care about yourself. Now, if you don't care about yourself, you're just going to go ahead and lose stuff and you're going to continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. But you'll know that you love yourself a little bit more when you start to say, nope, I've seen this before. I've seen you before. You look a little different. Your hair might be different. You might got a little more weight on you. You might be a little built, whatever. For the fellas, you might got a different wig on today. But I've seen you before. I've seen this situation before. You'll know better, I'm telling you. Not today. Someone says, thank you for your open and honesty. Here's another thing that I have to think about when it comes to drama. I could sit here time after time on a podcast and I had to think about it. Woe was me, all that bullshit that I was doing in the beginning, all that crying. I can't find somebody for me, this, that, the next, the other. While I'm sitting here chasing and going through shit, I literally had to get and go through the list, be like, even though, and I could laugh about it now, even though that I was sitting here crying and thinking I didn't have what I had all of these people around me that weren't the right thing for me, but I was trying to make it work. But God was like, nope, that's not happening. I done pulled you out of this situation. You got yourself on a better track. We ain't there yet, but you on a better track. And now you're gonna invite this bullshit in your life. He had to get in the middle of it and fix it. I would wonder why certain situations don't work. And I'm not trying to say too much, but I would just wonder why certain situations wouldn't work. I'd be like, that is so strange. This person is on point, and I'm on point, but I want y'all to read between these lines here. Certain situations just wasn't happening. Then the next person would come along. Same thing, certain situations just would not happen. And I'm like, interesting. Here I am, single, free, free more than any other way that I've ever been in my life. Couldn't mess with you back in the day, but all of a sudden now I'm free now, but it ain't happening. I had to keep thinking, like, all right, why is this situation? I know now why. Because if I had went down that path, I wouldn't be right here on this 411 on this. I'd be somewhere wrapped up into somebody else's situation and not knowing what I had going on over here, and not even to think about some of the life changing situations that could happen if you interact with certain people. So many people will reveal to me situations that would make me press the brakes and be like, okay, I can't fool with you. I'm like, why are these people telling me these things? Normally, when you're trying to get into a situation with somebody, you ain't gonna tell everybody everything. I mean, that's how I used to think. Now I tell you everything. But I mean, they telling me things that are just like, all right, if you're trying to kick it with somebody, you ain't gonna reveal that all at once. You probably might find out a little bit later, but damn, not on the first date. Long story short, I know why. Because if I had, I would have just added more drama to my life. More situations would have come up, but I was protected. And the only thing that I can say about that is I'm just so thankful. So thankful to still be here. So thankful for people listening to me, whether it's one, two, three, or four. I understand what my purpose is in life. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. I don't even try to think too much because this brain here and this mind, always trying to come up with the next thing. Always got to have this, always got to have that. I need to back down a little bit and be like, all right, can you just coast a little bit? Can you enjoy whatever you got going on here? Because I know you overthinking. I know you working hard. I know you doing all these things. I have to tell myself that it's okay. Back up a little bit. But I get it. And because I kept going with the plan, kept walking, doing the things that I was supposed to do, not chasing this person. When you said it didn't work between me and that person, that's exactly what that meant. Yeah, there were some times that I tried to go back and do it again, but you slapped me and told me, nope, don't do it. Because didn't I tell you before? And yeah, I get it. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. But because of that, I'm actually at a point now where the right person has showed up. And I'm okay saying that. Like, I believe the right person has showed up. And if not, then that's cool too, because that's just part of the process. But after going through the drama, after being in the thick of it, after being so unhealthy, I personally won't do it again. So if I see trigger signs and I see things, basically, the things that used to piss me off and bother me in the past that would have me take it to another level, they're presenting themselves today. Certain things are happening, and it's a test. And I'm actually so proud of myself. Like, wow, can you remember when, if this happened, you would have damn hell lost your mind and been doing backflips and acting crazy as hell? But it's here. So that was a test. All of these situations were a test, right? so that you can get to where you're at here today. I couldn't have had you years ago because I wouldn't have understood the whole process and wouldn't know how to treat you right and respect you and all of those great things. But I had to go through all of the drama so that I can learn how to love people the right way, which is very important. So, like I said in the beginning, you go through the drama, you're in the thick of it. But after you get through all of the drama, things get better on the other side. But in order to get to that other side, sometimes you got to burn some shit down. You got to burn it down. You got to get people out of your life. You got to move. You got to just change your number, fall off of the face of the earth for a little bit. You might have to recreate a new person. How many times do we sit here and say we're going to be a new me? This is a new year, new me. But you never fucking do it. 2 or 3 months from now, you back to doing the same thing. It's a decision. It's life. You have to do it. And once you do it, you have to keep doing it and you can't look back. You can't look back. When you look back, you've lost already. I think the Bible said that. Now, I don't listen. I'm still new. I need to go to Bible study. I need to do all of that. I've, but I do believe that there's something about looking back. And I choose not to look back. I choose to look forward. I say every day, no more drama. These are tests. So when drama does come, when someone does come with something crazy, you are the person who controls whether it's drama or not, basically. This is this game that we figure out. No more drama, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no more drama. It's only drama if you make it drama. Because you can come with some stuff. But that doesn't mean that I have to interact with it. That doesn't mean I have to react to it. One of the biggest fights, when you are trying to live the right way, but you are linked up or you are wrapped up with somebody who hasn't caught up with you yet. I heard something so crazy today. Politics. Such a bad situation, right? Nobody likes politics. How about life is political? You got to play games at work sometimes. How many times do people hear people say politics at work? You got to play games at work. Sometimes if you're in a situation that ain't right and you shouldn't have got wrapped up with him or her in the first place, now you got to play politics at home just to keep them interested because it's not a good fit. It wasn't the right fit. Now you got to play games and do backflips and do things to make it work. Turn on the news, all you see is politics. Hear politics. Life is political, right? That's what I was told today. Anyway, just me rambling on. I want to say thank you so much to everybody out there who watched. I appreciate you. When you leave here today, if you got anything from it, maybe your friend might need to get something from it. What are you saying no more drama to? Absolutely no more. Can't do it no more. Won't do it. I love me today. You can have it all. I'm walking away from it. I'm waving my white flag. I don't want to do this anymore. This is a lie. When I look at myself in the mirror, I don't like what I see. It's a lie. I got to do something better about this. That means tomorrow I'm going to start eating healthier. I'm going to start exercising a little bit because I'm tired of the internal drama that I give myself. I don't like what it's like, the way I feel after I come from doing those situations. And y'all know what situations I'm talking about. But then the bad side of you tricks the good side of you. And the next thing you know, there's more bad of you. and then you don't feel so good about you at the end of the day because of the bad side won. Let's say no more drama to that too. Hmm. Well, thank you all. I appreciate you. Of course, like I said all throughout this show, I could have not done it without my executive producer, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for giving me a second chance, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. I can't even count how many times I done made a fool of myself. I done so many different things in my life. I done gave people enough stories to tell. Hell, that's why I'm out here doing it anyway. Because I done gave you too much of me to where you can go ahead and tell a story. But since I gave you enough to tell a story, write a book, write movies, I mean, we can make all kinds of money. Just come holler at me. I have enough stories. But because I've given you that, I want to make sure that this story is told right. So I'm going to go ahead and say something. I'm not giving you the opportunity to say anything about me that I'm not going to go ahead and say. So it is what it is. How about we just fucking tell it all? How about we tell it all? Because let you go ahead and say it. You're going to leave out the facts. You're going to leave out why this person did this, why he did that. Oh, he did that. Yep. Yes, I did it all. Very unhealthy. Didn't know who I was. Because if I did, I wouldn't have been with you in the first place. And because I mashed those puzzle pieces together, and because I was so distorted and dependent on you in all kinds of situations, whether it was for emotional, whether it was sexual, Lord knows that for the moment I would have loved to have been with somebody who I could have been dependent on financially. Lord knows, like, wow. Couldn't say it was the financial aspect of it because that shit wasn't true. I was always the one doing something. Hmm. But it would have been fun to have somebody spend a little bit of money on me, I'll tell you that much. Now look at it. Now all I got is rent money due. But I really do thank my executive producer for allowing me to continue to do this time and time again. And yeah, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be here. I don't know why. Don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Don't know what's gonna happen 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I don't know who's gonna listen to something one day to where it pops, or maybe it will never pop. But I'm supposed to be doing exactly what I'm doing, and yeah, I can just say thank you with a smile on my face. And thank each and every one of you out there for rocking with me. I appreciate you. We got some great people coming up next week. Stay tuned. I'm excited. Great conversations that I'm having with people about things in the future, too. I have some great things coming. Some things that are just, I'm just blown by it. That also got me thinking today, too, when I see where I'm going. I see the conversations that I'm having. I see the things that are planned after all of the drama that I've been through, after all of the shit that I've been through in my life. He loves me enough to give me another chance to be able to do some of these things that I have never, ever imagined in my life. Never imagined that I would be in a situation that I'm in right now. Amazing. God is amazing. Prayer changes everything. Don't be dependent. You want to be dependent on somebody, be dependent on Him. Get everything you need from Him. Don't put your trust in man, because man will always let you down one way or the other. I don't know when. May not be next week, may not be next year. Somewhere or the other, there's going to be some breakdown. There's going to be a shakeup, and you're going to be looking at somebody a certain way. Hmm. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the 411 podcast. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it again. If you think that something out of this show somebody can benefit from, please share this video with them. I have a feeling that next Sunday we might need to continue this part two when we finally say no more drama. People who are in the struggle, in the thick of it, you may not understand it right now, but once you make that decision and you push and you move and you change and you elevate and you burn that shit the fuck down just to get out and break free and be able to breathe. Like I can breathe now. Set me free. Once you can get free from it, then you can celebrate no more drama. Then you can understand. All right, there's beauty behind it. Now I can celebrate it. Because now when I see it coming, I know how to block it. I know how to react to it. I know how to make sure that you don't take me to another level. Now we both going all the way up. I sit around now and I watch people go all the way up. You know, like the song All the Way Up. In my mind, that be playing. Like, you lose your mind, you get crazy. And I'll be just calm and you be all the way up. And in my mind, I'll be bopping like this. Yeah. Because what you will not do is bring me into that. Because I used to be like that. No more drama. We're on the other side of drama today. And I'm thankful to be on the other side of drama. And I'm thankful to be able to say no more drama for real. Here's a little advice that I have before we go ahead and get off. This will help alleviate so much drama. When it's over, it's over. That's the best advice that I have to give to anybody is when it is over, it is absolutely over and that's it. And that's okay for it to be over. He only put people in your past for a certain reason, for you to learn from them. Especially when it's over, it's over. If they're not the ones that's going to be around for the long haul, they were just there for a little bit to teach you something. Did you learn the lesson? Because when it's over, it's over. You didn't learn the lesson. You still on that same level. You didn't get to the next level. Life is a game. That at the end of that level, they said it's over. Why are you trying to pick them up? Think about Donkey Kong, right? Think about how you had to climb to the top. You on one level, and they said that it's over. We gonna do my version of Donkey Kong. There's a mate. There's a friend. There's something there. There's a car. There's a house on that level with you. It's over. Either the car got repossessed, the house was foreclosed on, or your mate there cheated. The relationship is over, right? You have all the access to climb up to the top because this is your life. And unless you lay down, it's over. So you have the access to get to the next level, but you can't because you're trying to drag whatever was on level one onto level two. You can't take that stuff with you. You can't take those people with you. So therefore, that ladder can't hold you. It can't hold that house. It can't hold that car. It can't hold that spouse. Because if you try to, it's going to break. And then you're going to have a situation. So that's how I look at it. Now, here I just thought about something crazy. I know I'm trying to get off of here. But talked about my Donkey Kong, right? With having houses and cars and stuff. Can you imagine, right? I'm just picturing myself playing the game. And this has probably happened in real life too. Everything is good. You leave that shit from the first level. You climb up and you get to the next level. And then you see two people up there. Now you know that's a problem. Because really it's supposed to be one, right? Just you and somebody else. You get to the next level and now you see two people there. This is some real life situations. So now you already see it and you know two people are at the end, right? How you gonna play that game? You gonna play a little bit knowing that somebody else is involved and you're gonna play just a little bit to be able to stick and move, but you gotta be careful because when you play and you get into it, you can get sucked in and you can get stuck. So even though you went in there with a right mind frame, sometimes you try to play the game, but the game plays you. Now you All three of y'all circling around, spinning around, and you can't get to the next level. But you knew it in the beginning because you saw it. You were like, something ain't right about this situation because there should only be one person, but now I see two. But I like him. I like her. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to play a little bit. Or how about this? Because I've been there before. I know that there's two people, right? But I'm feeling myself and they feeling themselves. But I'm thinking, you know what? Let me try to be the best me. And if I'm the best me, yeah, you going to pick me. Mm. Needless to say that that didn't work. But anyway, good night, y'all. Let me get out of here. I will see y'all tomorrow, 10 p.m., right here, 411 Podcast. Take care, y'all. Have a good night. And tomorrow, no more drama. So think about tonight. What is it that you're going to walk up into tomorrow and say, absolutely no more drama to this? I'm not doing this anymore. No more drama. Good night, y'all. Take care. Good night. Good night. Good night.